Hey guys, so it's that time again to do the jar. I have not added any books into here. So whatever I ended with, I have not added. And I'm not going to add any probably until the next time I do this because I still have them all in my email. So we're going to pick a book real quick because I have no idea what I want to read. I am in decision paralysis mode. I think because it's January 31st and I was doing a challenge and I'm like, well, I don't want to be trying to do the challenge and trying to finish a book. I don't want to do that. So we're going to pick a book. Okay, so I did a little deep dive. After the End by Amy Plum, I can get it on Hoopla as a Kindle or an audiobook. And I think I'm going to do it as an audiobook. I want to get some stuff done. So I'm going to borrow it. It's 8 hours, 46 minutes. It says it's a young adult mystery detective kind of novel, survival. So I don't know. I've never read from her before. The cover looks like almost like it would be like a dystopian, like you can see like the cityscape and dogs and stuff. So I'm gonna try it and we're gonna see. So, and it's from 2014. This book is 12 years old. And it says World War III has left the world ravaged by nuclear radiation. A lucky few escape to the Alaskan wilderness. We're going to try it. We're going to see. It's 8 hours, 46 minutes. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try. And I have like crocheting I want to do. So I think this is like the perfect book for me to do right now is to listen to the audiobook and crochet. So let's go do that. Okay, so I have an update. I'm listening to After the End by Amy Plum. I do have to say I'm like 31% of the way through. It's a very quick read, but I can honestly say I only know the guys. Okay, the girl's name is Juno, like Alaska, right? And she's in Alaska. And then there's Miles, which you get both their points of views. Miles, he's expelled from school because he's gone twice, gotten suspended for taking alcohol to school. Third time, he cheated on a test, so he got kicked out, and he wants to go to Yale. All this stuff, okay? And now his dad, he's making him work in the mailroom in his business. Well, then Juno, she like has this magical quality about her with the Yara, and she can like communicate almost like through the ground. I don't know, but she was told there was World War III in 1980 something or some, I don't know. And her entire clan is stolen. And they think that they're the only people left on this world. Like they don't realize like there's other people on this world. And they're all gone. So now she's trying to find them and she realizes there's a whole town. She gets into the town with her two huskies and starts talking to people and they don't know what World War III is. Nothing. And I think that's the most interesting part is that she was told this, grew up knowing there's World War III her entire life, and all of a sudden it's all a lie. And so she is trying to find her clan. Well, she runs into Miles because Miles is trying to find her for his dad so the dad can approve of him. And I can honestly say I don't care about a single character. I don't care about the storyline. The only thing I care about is the fact that she's been lied to her entire life. I don't even care about the whole magic quality of this. So I'm going to actually DNF it. I just don't care. So we got to pick another book. Okay, so I pulled The Horde King of Shadow by Zoe Draven. Draven, yeah. So far, there's only 2 books out, and it's Hordes of Elfika is the series. I don't know, but there's like a dragon in the background, and it seems really interesting. So I'm going to add it to my Kindle library, and we'll see. But I don't even know how many pages it is. Say on here how many pages? 421 pages. Wow, that's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but I am going to try it. It's literally like the very first line is a gruesome creature came from across Drew Carsey and there was a rider on its back. So it's got a dragon and it seems way more up my alley than the last book. I'm not really big at dystopian books, but I really want to try to get dystopian, but it's just not really working. So I'm going to try this one and I'll check in when I make progress. Hey, so we went to Barnes yesterday. My sister's never been to Barnes and Noble, so we decided to take her to a town that's like 45 minutes away from us because it's a bigger Barnes. It's older than the one that's like closer to us. And I was like, let's go there. And then the next time we'll take you to the other one, which the other one's the one that we normally go to. And even my husband, because he's never been to this one either. My husband was like, yeah, I like the one that's closer to us. Not only because like it's closer, but the one that we go to, it's more spaced out. It is in a smaller town too, so there's not as many people, but it feels more organized in the other one than this one. So while we were there, yes, we went book shopping, and I still had like 40 some dollars for my gift cards, the two that I got for Christmas, and then I had a $10 gift card through Fetch. So me and my sister were walking around. And I decided, okay, there's some books I want to get, but she also wants to read them. And I do still have some on my shelf that she does want to read. So one of these days she's going to come and pick some books. But I did get King of Wrath, which is the first book of the series by Anna Huang. I am so excited to start this. I really like Anna Huang. I liked The Striker and The Defender by her, and I'm in love. And I have to read this series. And she said she wanted to read it. So I got this one. And then I got Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. She did give me Flawless, which I'm hoping to read soon. And she's already in the second one, and she wants to read this series too. So I got it so we can both read it together. And then my husband picked a book. A Little Life. Why is my husband doing this to me? That is what I want to know. This is going to be me crying during this book, because anytime he reads anything, he wants me to read it also. He doesn't want to read it by himself. So I have to read it with him, like The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. Yes, it was on my list, but I wasn't ready. And then Nightingale. My heart's going to be broken. And this, I didn't realize how big it was. This is going to be devastating. And my husband, oh, I love you so. Make me read this book. But yeah, so these are the 3 books at Barnes that I got. There were others I wanted, but like there's a lot of series that I'm reading right now. They didn't have the next book in the series that I needed, or there was a series I wanted to start. They only did the second. I'm like, I want the first one. So maybe one day when we go to the other Barnes, maybe I can find those there. We'll take her one day and go. And we went to lunch. We went to this like pretty much almost buffet style sushi place that's right across the parking lot from our Barnes. And you literally sit down. It's $35.99 up adult. Kids are free. So we got them food. And you get to get as many sushi rolls or food of any kind that you want. And it's $35.99 a person. We got like 11 rolls. And we got some sides. We got all this stuff for like less than $120. I feel like we did great because a sushi roll is almost $20 and we got like 11 of them. I feel like we did great, and we ate so much. It was so good. It was so well worth it. And we all didn't even drink, so we just all had water. Like we were just in it. It was so good. But yeah, so right now I'm waiting to take my daughter to school. it's early. She woke up early. She's already dressed. And I still have like 20 minutes until we got to leave. So I'm kind of just trying to catch up on my videos. I need to start editing a video. I'm going to start a new video. I mean, we're trying all the things over here. So I'm going to go and start my next one. But I also want to continue in this one. But there's just a series I really want to read. My next video is going to be like continuing series. And the third book of the series is coming in from Book of the Month soon. So I really want to start the other two. So I'm just going to start it. And that's going to be the next video that comes up as a continuing series. So if you want to see that, come next week and it will be here. So I'm going to go grab the book. But I don't have any updates of the Horde King of Shadow or Shadows. I don't really have any updates. I'm 15% of the way through. I didn't really get to read yesterday. I was planning on it, but then we went to Barnes and I got home cleaned. My husband wasn't home. He went to help my dad with something and I had to get the kids to bed. My husband didn't even get home till like 8:30. So it was a late night. The kids wouldn't go to bed until almost 10. I mean, we were trying really hard to get them to go to sleep and they weren't having it. They usually been going to bed by 7:30. I don't know what happened yesterday, but oh well. So, okay, I'm going to stop chit-chatting and I'm going to go start my other vlog. I just had a rant session. I feel not as bad now that I've had my rant session, but fog. Why can nobody figure it out? That's what I want to know. Like, nobody has lights on. And this fog is to the point where you can't even see one telephone pole. You can see one. Once you pass it, you can't even see the next one. Like, it's foggy. Why are people doing U-turns right in front of people? Why are we not checking mirrors? Why are we passing people on the freeway? People, learn how to drive. Like, I was so mad. I was yelling. The guy pulled out in front of me. I held my horn. I started yelling. My kids are laughing in the back because I'm yelling. It's not like this guy can hear me, but I didn't care. Dude, like, you don't just pull out in front of somebody in fog. Mind you, I saw him pull over. If I can see you, you can see me. So obviously you didn't check mirrors. Oh, I was so freaking angry. But we're here to talk about books. Oh my God, I'm so mad. Oh, what is wrong with people? Or not using blinkers. The blinker's there for a reason. Please use it. Like, just use a blinker. It ain't hard. My family makes so much fun of me because even when I'm in neighborhoods or in a parking lot, I use a blinker. I don't care. I want to know what everybody else is doing too. Use your blinkers. It ain't hard. Oh my God. Anyways, I have read more of the Horde King of Shadows and it's really interesting. I'm like almost 40% of the way through. And the dragons, because she calls them dragons, and the guy, he's like, no, they're called Viren. Well, at least his is called a Viren because his is like a step above a dragon. Well, I don't know. This dragon it accepted her as the guy's mate, and she started to like sing this song that only she and him can really hear. And he's just like, oh, okay, because she has like a scar on her face. And supposedly her bloodline will give people the scar that they want as like a writer or something like that. Like that's their person. These dragons also have the scars on them, but they're in different spots. So like her, it's like by her tail. She appeared to her in a dream and gave her the scar. So right when the guy sees her, he notices the scar and he's like, it's you. You're the one I'm supposed to be marrying because of her, because that's his dragon. That's his whatever. Yeah. So she has to go with him. So she's going and she's not telling him, like, she's in pain. Like, she's trying to fight. She's trying to hold on. She is scratched. Oh my God, she is bruised. She is bleeding everywhere. And he finally figures it out. And like him, he's used to being like nude. I guess those people around there, they're like to be nude. Her people used to do it too, but she just didn't do it. And she used to be with her mother. And her mother had an affair with the king, had her. She was kind of hiding her, and then he brought her to the king. So she didn't have a good life. She really didn't in the kingdom, and all of them that are in this guy's like horde, whatever. They all think that because she's a princess,
that she was treated great, and she's not. She wasn't. But she doesn't ever specify. She never says anything. She never says when she's in pain. She never specifies anything. And the guy's always confused because he keeps finding her on the floor, like sleeping. Like the first time, she was asleep, naked, because she took a bath. She was too tired, went to bed, fell asleep. And she was walking in her sleep, and she's never done that before, and she's like figuring things out, and she knew that the dream was different, but she couldn't wake herself up. Well, come to find out, she hears yelling, and it's him. He sees her walking naked, and he's also naked because he sleeps naked, and she's like falling off the cliff. He jumps off the cliff when the dragon comes and like catches them. And he's like, what's going on? And he knows that she can kind of do this, but not to the extent of what she can do. She's like, this is the first time that's ever happened. Like, I've never had this happen before. I knew something was different, but I couldn't get myself to wake up. So now he was sleeping on the bed. She was sleeping on the floor because she'd rather sleep on the floor. And he like ties their ankles together so she can't just hike it out while he's asleep. So he's like, I made the one mistake once, I'm not making it again. And in this world, like, you don't marry for love. You marry for like lineage, you marry for money, you marry for power. You don't marry for love. And so he is supposed to marry her because of her whole dream walking thing, the scar, like all that. And he's trying to better his people because he is the king. And that's the only reason why he's marrying her. And she wanted to be married for love. And she has been untouched. And they go get married. And the wedding part was really neat. I'm not going to say like what's going on, but just know that if their marriage is accepted by a dragon that has passed away, it's magical. It's really hard to explain. And they will get like a gift. And the gift they get is just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, they are burning up. They can't stop it. And it is go, go, go. And he regrets afterwards what happened because he realized she was untouched and he was a little rough. She has more bruises on her now because of what happened, because it's like they just like couldn't control it. It was like they were wild animals. It was nuts. And it's just, he feels bad, and I understand what he's doing because like he's so upset with himself. Like, he is like beating himself up on the inside, but he's not saying it to her. She just thinks that, oh, well, he regrets it. He hates me now. It's like, no, that's not what's going on. But because he won't say it. But now, like, she needs to learn how to ride a dragon. Like, she needs to bond with a dragon because she's a queen. She must bond with a dragon. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But all the people that are in this class are like 11. But they're all taller than her anyways. So and when you're in the school, you're all equals. All because she's now the queen because she married him. Don't mean shit. So those kids are freaking mean to her. And she is ranting to these two girls. They're sisters, and I freaking love them so much. And I thought another thing that was cool, because it didn't really explain it very well in the beginning, and I was really confused. These people have tails. They have tails. The ones that don't have tails are not full-blooded, but the ones that have tails are full-blooded. I don't know. Her half-siblings, they all have tails. I was like, okay. So it shows that she's a human because she doesn't have a tail. And the guy that she marries, I can't think of his name right now, he doesn't have a tail. And she's like, oh, so he must not be full-blooded. And he freaks out with her because when she was bleeding, it was red. And he's like, why is your blood red? So you must really be human because his is black. And I'm like, but wait a minute, you don't have a tail. Find out when you become a writer and you go through this thing, you get your tail removed. He had a tail. But because of being a flyer, your tail can get caught on the dragon and can get cut off and you can bleed out. So I was like, oh my God, that would be bad. Like, that's how it was when we lived on the dairy too. When we had dogs, you have to cut their tails off when they're babies, because if a cow steps on their tail when they're older, they will bleed out and die. So you have to, do, oh my God, what is it called? An emasculator, pretty much. What you use on a bull to remove, their junk. You use an emasculator. Usually you get the rubber band on the thing and you put it and it'll just kind of like fall off on its own and it'll seal up and everything because you don't want the dogs to bleed out. It's kind of the same concept. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Like, you did that. That's pretty neat. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, she's trying to learn, and the thing is, he's getting mad because he was cleaning the seat that was on the dragon, and he saw the blood, the red dried blood, and he freaked out because she wakes up. She's got like a nightgown on, and she's sleeping on the floor, and he's like waking her up, and he's moving the dress, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And it's before they even get married. He's opening her legs, and he's like, "Let me see," and she's just like, "Why are you touching me?" And he's like, "I found dried blood. You've been bleeding, and you didn't say anything." And I mean, he is livid. But also, too, he's falling in love with her. And he's like, that's not what marriage is for. That's not why I married her. And I need to make sure I remind myself, like, that I don't like her that way. I'm like, can you please get your head out of your ass? Like, oh my Lord. Oh, but it's good. I'm really enjoying it. And it's the traveling, the Viking style. Like, that's what I eat up. I eat it up. But I'm about 40% of the way through. I most likely won't give another update until I'm like done, or if like something good really happens, because I feel like at the end of this book she might be taken or something, but the dragon can like send her, like find her. I feel like she might get taken, and he's like, "Oh no, second book, I need to find my wife." But I don't know if the second book follows him, because the cover, the guy looked a little different, I think. I can't really remember. I haven't looked at it in a while. But if that's how it is, if he is the second book too, I feel like the second book is like him trying to find her and be like, I need my wife. I need my wife. I need to find her. But if it is following another one, I hope it's his friend. He has a dragon, and he's very sweet. He's very dedicated. I really like him. And there's the girl too, Sam Menth. I think that's her name, Sam Menth. I really like her. I do really like her. She's really funny. She has a sister. Her sister's a healer. All this stuff. Really like them. So we'll see. But now I need to clean. I don't want to clean, but you know, gotta do it. Hey, so I do have a reading update. I did finish The Horde King of Shadow by Zoe Draven. I'm giving it like a 4.25. That's kind of where I'm leaning to, because it doesn't feel like 4.5, but it doesn't really feel just like a 4, like a base 4. But I really liked Sarkis. I think his name was Sarkis. I'm pretty sure. And the girl, I'm blanking right now on names. I am having a huge brain fart right now. But I liked the aspect of the dragons, and it's kind of like Threshing and Fourth Wing. They kind of go into like these cliffs, and there's dragons kind of flying everywhere. And when you feel like that is your dragon, like you're bonding with that dragon, you literally jump off the cliff, land on the dragon, and hope the dragon don't flip you off or anything like that. So she finds out who like she wants to bond with, and her husband is like, "Don't do it. That's not who you want to be with. Like, don't do it." And she does it anyways. He is terrified, and that's when they finally talk about their feelings, like finally. But I'm not giving it a full 5. I feel like she shouldn't have been so gentle with how it was. Like, he literally threw her off of his dragon to get her used to not falling. And she was just like, "I understand." Like, didn't really put up a fight. Like, she got mad for a second, and then it was like, "But I get it." I'm like, there was no banter. Whenever he would get mad at her, she would be really calm and like touching his hand and being just really gentle. And I was like, get some oomph. Freaking get mad. Like, you're getting mad, but you're not showing you're mad. That wasn't my favorite, but I did realize the second cover is a totally different person, and I think the person was introduced in this one, so I'm really interested in that. But all in all, I did really like it. I like how they worked in like her old, place, but yeah, so 4.25, I do recommend it, and there's only one other out, and I did write down one book from another series from her, so whenever I pull it, I'll read it. But I did already do my next pull. All my papers are here. It's called Shifter Wars by Kelly St. Clair. So I'm assuming they're all just shifters and something's going on, obviously, if it's Shifter Wars. So this is going to be my next read from my jar, which it's so full and it feels like I'm getting nowhere, but lately I've actually been a little bit pickier about what books I'm putting in here. So as of right now, I have 3 slips that are just sitting on my table that I have not put in here because I'm waiting until I'm done with this vlog to put them in, so then I can start my new one with a new number. So they're not getting put in here. So I'm going to go figure out what this book's about, and then I'll come back when I make some progress in it. Hey, so I did start Shifter Wars by Kelly St. Clair, and well, I can't. I'm only 10% in and I cannot. It is so unserious. It's like 400 pages, and in the first 3 chapters we already got Without a Paddle reference, which I love that movie. It's a great movie. Harry Potter reference, Girl Scout reference. She goes to this little town because her mom died and left her with a $410,000 like mortgage. The house was paid off and everything. The daughter didn't even know that she was doing this, and she was gambling, and she didn't know, and her mom died due to cancer. Finds out her mom's been lying, so she goes to the town and discovers that they're playing laser tag or paintball. I don't know. It was ridiculous. It is so unserious. I don't do well with that writing style. I don't like things referenced all the time. I don't like it. So I'm DNFing it at 10%. I read 3 chapters and I wanted to rip my hair out the whole 3rd chapter. Like, I just couldn't do it. So I did pull another one, and it's One Night with Her Mountain Orc by Jilly Waters. It's the first in the Toothsome Monster Romance series. All I know is that it's like 100 pages. It's super small. And so this one I think would be more of a silly, goofy, fun time, and it's got snowflakes on the cover. So I'm glad I'm reading it now because it's like a wintry thing, I'm assuming. So I'm gonna start this. I'm in bed. I just took a bath. I'm having really, really bad cramps. Like, I was moving a lot, and all of a sudden I looked at my husband and I was in so much pain. So I took medicine. It's not really doing anything. Took my bath. Really not doing anything. I have my heating pad on and it's helping. So I'm just gonna stay in here and read. The kids are gonna go to sleep soon anyway, so I'll probably help put them to bed, and then I'm just gonna sit. But we'll see how much of this I can get done today. Hey, so I did finish One Night with Her Mountain Orc by Jilly Waters. I think that's what it is. I finished it last night. It was 86 pages, super quick, read it all in bed. I do have to say, because there's humans, there's orcs, there's gargoyles, there's all these creatures, and they're on like an island, and everybody seemed pretty immature. The main girl, she climbs a mountain in the snow just to prove her cousin's boyfriends that she is independent. She doesn't need her cousin to help her with anything and all this stuff. And I was like, that just seems stupid. Like, why would you climb a mountain in the snow. And then they literally, May, her cousin, calls search and rescue to come and help her. I'm like, you're such a dingus. Like, self-preservation, woman. Don't be climbing a mountain in the snow just to prove a point. Like, no, don't do that. And then her name is August, and one of the orcs, his name is Bjorn, and he's immediately attracted to her. She's immediately attracted to him. But like, he keeps saying, I'm not good for you, I'm bad for you, all this stuff, because she has nowhere to go. So he's like, well, come with me, I'll take care of you. He picks her up, takes her home. And he just moved back, and I guess he is a troublemaker. But they never specify anything the entire time. Yeah, he gets arrested at one point, and he's like, well, this isn't the first time. I'm like, okay, so what happened on the other times? Nothing is specified. They never, like, the brothers think he's just a big screw up. And I'm like, okay, but why? What did you do? I don't know anything. And August is just so attracted to him. He is so attracted to her. The one thing I did like is there is some magic. So, because they're different sizes. He's a freaking orc. She's a human. He has to have magic lube. I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, that's pretty original. I liked that. But it was short, and her cousin is she's stupid. May is dumb. Her boyfriend is horrible. And they finally break up at the end, thank God. But I know that it's going to be following all of them, and I don't care. I gave it a 2.75. Like, I should have DNF'd it. It was just funny, but it just was not my favorite, so I'm not continuing in that series. But I did do another poll, and I pulled Born in Fire by B.E. Briard, but that is the second book, so I downloaded the first one, which is Fated by Fire. This is going to be the last book of this vlog, because I'm going to end this one once this one's done, and I'm just going to immediately start the next one. I'm trying to give myself a little bit more time to read the books for my videos. So I know this has to do something with a dragon, because it has a dragon on the cover. And I've noticed, like, all the books that I've pretty much read this month, it's almost a male on every single cover with no shirt. So, yeah, and I keep asking my husband if he's read Such Quiet Girls. He's not gotten very far in it, so I'm waiting for him to finish so then I can read it. And it's not very long, so we'll see. But I'm going to go start this. Oh, and by the way, it's Thursday. My mom has the children, so I didn't have to take her to school. I didn't have to take my son nowhere. My mom already picked him up. So I do need to make bagels today. But my starter has not sunk at all yet. It's still rising. So I can't use it yet. So I have to wait. So we'll see. But I've already been cleaning. I'm almost actually done cleaning. I already have laundry going. I started that at like 6. No, 7. My husband brought the hamper for me. And then dishes are already going, kitchen's already clean. I mean, all I need to do really is clean my son's room and then vacuum, and then my entire house is already clean. So I am very excited to just sit and read all day. I am so excited. And then all I'm doing is bagels and 1 loaf of bread because somebody wants just a single loaf of bread with some bagels. So I'm really excited. So I'm gonna finish cleaning so that I can just read all day long. Hey, welcome back. So it's been a few days and I finally finished my last book for this vlog, but I want to go over first what I've read total in this vlog. I won't go into specifics because I technically have done that this entire vlog. So first I had After the End by Amy Plum. DNF'd it, 31%. I really didn't care. Then I read The Horde King of Shadow by Zoe Draven. I gave that one a 4.25. That one was very interesting and I do want to continue on in that series. So far I think there's only one other book and I do want to continue. And then I did Shifter Wars by Kelly St. Clair, which I DNF'd that one. I only read 3 chapters and I just couldn't do it. Yeah, no. And then One Night with Her Mountain Orc by Jilly Waters. Very short. Gave it a 2.75. Won't be continuing in that. I really didn't care too much about that storyline at all. And then I just finished Fated by Fire by B.E. Briard. I don't know. That one, it felt like it took me forever to read. It almost took me a week. And it's not long. It's 253 pages. It's not long. Well, it's not even 253 pages because it starts on page 7. So whatever number that is. But I'm giving it a 2.75. I started kind of skimming the last like 10%. I didn't care about a single character. I didn't really care about the plot line. I really wanted to read it because it's a dragon shifter situation with Elena and Caleb. Elena's a PI. She's trying to get into Caleb's business because she's been given a lot of money and finds out that her mom has something to do with it. And her mom's been missing for 20 years. I didn't care, and I really didn't get attached to a single character. None of them. Not even Caleb's twin brother Dorian. He is comedic. He's funny. Didn't really care about him either. So I'm not continuing in that series. And I do have to say, I was trying to print all the book covers of the series. There's like 9 books on my Cricut. My Cricut would just not put them on. And now that I'm not going to read them, I'm like, it's like my Cricut knew that I would not enjoy this series. I've read from B.E. Briard before, but I just didn't like this one. The stakes, yeah, they were high, but I really didn't care. I didn't care about any of it. So I started off this video with 979 books. I took 5 out for this vlog. So I'm ending at 974. So I do have actually a little stack of ones that I want to add, but I wanted to add them after this vlog was finished. So I'm assuming there's almost 10 there. I'm not quite sure. You'll know in my next vlog, but yeah. So, I mean, did this week go well? Not really. I mean, I DNF'd 2 books. I had 2 at a 2.75 and I had 1 at a 4.25. So, I mean, I got 5 out. So, I mean, was it good? Was it bad? I don't know. I'm the only one of the series I want to continue on. None of the other ones. So, I mean, at least I'm not adding a bunch of series to my series tracker. So that's good. But yeah, I don't know. So I'm going to end this vlog. I hope you like, comment, subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.